I would say the main accomplishment for 2012 was the transformation of the company through diversification of its portfolio that brought new production and also new medium to long-term opportunities for exploration. An example of these are the acquisitions of Petro Magdalena and CNC Energy in Colombia, who brought new oil production, which we're going to use as a diluent for our heavy crude oil production. The C1 acquisition in Peru, which is bringing not only the new production in Peru, but also new opportunities for developing and exploration in that country. The acquisition of an important shareholder stake in the CGX is bringing opportunities for large light oil plays in the offshore of the Atlantic in that country. Also, maintaining offshore in Brazil, the farming with the Carum 5 blocks, where we recently have a discovery, is also expanding our large resource opportunities in the Atlantic basin, in the Santos Basin. And finally, the Papua New Guinea discovery in the with the Triceratops wells is giving us the opportunity to penetrate the southeast market for natural gas. Also, regarding the infrastructure, we are participating in 4 main important projects, of which the bicentennial pipeline, the OBC pipeline, is very important because it will guarantee access to future transportation for our production coming from the Llanos Basin. The Petroeléctrica de los Llanos transmission line is lowering our generation costs in the Rubiales and Quifa field. The participation in the Cartagena port in the Puerto Bahia port will guarantee additional capacity for our export of crude oil to the international markets. And finally, the LNG project, which is going to allow us to double our existing production for natural gas from La Creciente field. I will say it's people, the assets, and the strategy. People, because we have strong experience, specifically in heavy oil and exploration. The assets, we have captured large resource plays that will guarantee future growth for the company. And the strategy, because we have an executive committee and a board of directors which is committed to bring more value to shareholders. We will keep focus on low-cost conventional oil plays onshore, and also in light oil, large, huge potential resource plays in offshore coast of specific countries in Latin America like Guyana, Brazil, and Peru. In 4 years, the existing production of the company will double, and therefore we are expanding outside Colombia in order to expand our potential plays in different geological basins that will offer new opportunities in new countries like Guyana, Brazil, and Peru. I will say political and stable conditions, very attractive fiscal terms, good prospectivity in different geological basins, and access to the different export markets, both in the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. Colombia has seen a huge improvement in security, which has led to double its production during the latest 5 years to reach 1 million barrels of oil per day at the beginning of this year. We see fundamentals for the oil prices to maintain in the range between $80 to $100 per barrel. However, we are budgeting our forecast using $80 to $90 per barrel. And we will maintain focus on Latin America in the geological basins, traditional geological basins, and of course focusing on heavy oil production. However, in the case of oil price decreases, the company has the flexibility to adapt its capital expenditure to reduce its expenditures. In Colombia, we had the advantage that through access to different port facilities in both the Pacific and the Atlantic, we had the advantage to have higher netbacks with selling our crude oil at a premium of WTI, which compared to other heavy oil producers like Canada, which are selling at the discount, we have a competitive advantage because of this situation. The main target for 2013 will be to keep increasing production between 15 to 30%. Also, we expect to start producing from our block CP6 in the Llanos Basin, and also increasing production from the Z1 block. In addition to that, we will focus on reducing operational costs in the different fields where we're producing.